Hey everybody, it's Chris Sovey with healthyconsumer.com, back here with another video. In the next 5 to 8 minutes, we're going to discuss nutritional supplements, why they often fail, and what you can do to get the most out of them. Be sure to check back every Monday for more videos on how you can empower yourself in your health. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video below. So let's talk about the supplement industry a little bit. It's a booming business, multi-billion-dollar business that is growing every year. And more often, people are turning to natural means to try and treat some of their most common chronic ailments. People have lost faith in Western medicine and a lot of the interventions that it provides. So often when that happens, people will go to the next thing in line, like nutritional supplements. Fortunately, a lot of people are discovering that it's not the magic cure that they were hoping for. Let's discuss a little bit why nutritional therapy often fails and what you can do to get better results out of supplements. So I think one of the things that helps the most when determining if a supplement is useful or if supplement therapy is useful in any way, shape, or form is to ask yourself some tough questions. One of the first things I would say is just completely turn off the television. Stop listening to marketing claims. Stop listening to shows like Dr. Oz. Maybe it could give you a little bit of an idea, but they should not be your prescribing provider. You need to have someone who's going to work with you on an individual basis. Just because you hear that a supplement's good for a certain condition doesn't mean that it's necessarily right for you. One of the first things I ask anytime I see a supplement with a marketing claim is, does the idea of the supplement make sense? In other words, has there been any studies done on the mechanism of action, or how does that supplement interact with your body, in other words? That's a critical question that we need to ask. Unfortunately, many of the supplement industries do not have the resources to develop a double-blind, peer-reviewed study. In fact, that typically only happens in pharmaceutical drugs and new technologies. So sometimes we're left asking ourselves, do supplements actually have their intended effect? Does the active ingredient in a supplement even reach the target tissue in the first place? And sometimes that's a big unknown. I am not against nutritional supplements. I just want to make sure people are integrating them into their health maintenance in the right way without just being bought in by marketing claims. Another question you should ask yourself is, do you have any specific data, any clinical data that suggests you should be taking a particular supplement? For instance, labs. Have you had any particular types of labs? And I'm not just talking standard blood labs, but maybe some of the specialty labs such as Genova or Quest Diagnostics. Have you looked into how your blood markers or other markers have indicated that a specific supplement would be the right fit for you? The more comprehensive and accurate you can be with the data you have about yourself, the more effective you will be with other healthcare practitioners when they go to prescribe a supplement regimen for you. Another problem within the supplement industry is a lack of regulation. Supplements aren't monitored as closely as pharmaceutical drugs. And not to say that pharmaceutical drugs don't have a lot of shortcomings in their production processes, but the supplement industry doesn't have the same kind of safeguards in place that the pharmaceutical drugs do. Another obstacle I see with successful nutritional therapies using supplements is a lack of regulation with the individual products. The FDA sets forth a groundwork that the supplement industry is supposed to follow. Unfortunately, a lot of this is not followed up on and is typically not tested by third-party sources. And if they are tested by third-party sources, this data isn't typically released to the public. So you are left wondering, is the amount of active ingredient in a supplement really what's in the supplement? And if you look at a lot of the recalls that have been occurring recently at the time of this video, that's pretty good evidence of that. So what do? I ask a lot of hardball questions. I ask them things that, specifically about their products, like where do they source their materials from, their ingredients? Where is this produced? Are there any genetically modified organisms within this product? How do you extract the active ingredient from the source? Those are all things that they should be able to answer. And they should be able to provide you with a certificate of analysis too. If they can't, I think there might be a chance that they're hiding something. There should be no reason they wouldn't want to give you that data. That being said, I've always found that both with food and with health in general, when you produce for the masses, quality tends to suffer. So I'm not saying this is true across the board, but I've found that some of the best supplement companies that I've worked with are some of the smaller ones, and specifically the ones that are specialty companies. Another thing to watch out for is excipients or additives. These are also known as fillers, so things such as magnesium stearate, silicon dioxide, benzoic acid, many other things like that. There have not been long-term studies on a lot of these additives to know whether or not they're safe. And so I can pick up a bottle really quick and look at it and know within a couple seconds, just by going down to the other ingredients, whether or not it's produced in a quality way. So the more fillers a company uses, typically it's because they're trying to cut corners. And again, I'm not saying this is all across the board, but these fillers act as a way to improve the production process in terms of the speed and the ability to produce for the masses. So I tend to look for the supplements that have the least amount of excipients possible. And especially if you're using supplements as part of a healing protocol, then it doesn't make sense to have a lot of fillers in there in the first place. Really think that people need to go beyond the marketing claims. Don't just look at what's on the bottle. Do some research. See if it's appropriate for you. See what kind of evidence you can find out about the particular ingredient that's in there that's said to make the action occur. And it doesn't always mean that you're going to find double-blinded studies, as I said before. But see what you can find, because they're trying to sell a product just like anything else, and you want to know that it's actually going to help you. I just wanted to mention a couple of my favorite brands that I've researched quite a bit, used a lot of their products. I'm not saying there aren't other great products out there, and I know there are several others as well, but I just wanted to mention a few that I've had some very positive experiences with. Pure Encapsulations, Designs for Health, Arthur Andrew Medical, and I feel like I'm forgetting one other one. Oh, and Drucker Labs, they make a fantastic multivitamin called Intramax. Now again, don't base your supplement regimen on just hearing about health claims. Figure out if it's appropriate for you. So how can you get the most out of your nutritional supplements? I would talk to somebody who's versed in functional medicine or functional nutrition and have them get more data on you and determine whether you really need a supplement and where your shortcomings are. And then you can go from there. Thank you very much for listening today. This is Chris Sovey from healthyconsumer.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe below and have a blessed day. Be sure to check out the article for this. I've included more information and basically a transcript to this in the link in the description. Have a wonderful day.